this is my infirmary. You're starting with the low point in my in my existence. Do you want me to go through the plants, or just kind of tell you what I am doing in each little location?
Yeah, I mean, just with the infirmary. I mean, I don't know why they're in the infirmary.
I don't either. That's the problem.
Failure to thrive outside, or what?
Well, actually, some of these are in here because it got cold. We had that cold snap, and some of these are ultra tropical. What's left of my durian is ultra tropical. I've got petali. I think that's a petali. As you can see, it got some burn on it because the temperature got down a little bit too far. These, my unfortunate little are papaya plants. I don't think they're going to make it, but we're doing the best we can. And these are some seedlings I actually just potted on this morning. They kind of made their way into the hospital area because I don't have any more space. I've got some giant grenadillas, some pingans, some Inca nut vines. I don't know what those are. A guy in Thailand sent them to me. Thank you very much, guy in Thailand. I don't know what they are, but they're sprouting, so it'll be interesting to find out. And also some black sapote. Thank you very much. And these are my little pepper plants. I've decided that growing them indoors is better than growing them out of doors, simply because I get huge clouds of whitefly that just descend on everything, and they eat up all of my plants. So I haven't had as much whitefly inside as I've had outside, but I still get it occasionally. If I pull up a leaf here, there might be some under there, and I'll be very upset. No? Okay, it's all good. Right now I have a giant crop of one pepper. That'll be my pepper for the year, so there we are. It's lovely. Here, close-up of one pepper for the year. I've got, what do I have here? I have Aleppo, I have Albob, I have, I don't know what that is. Oh, a Cubanelle, which I like very much. Something that I can't pronounce. And a bunch of Scotch bonnets, because I really, really, really like Scotch bonnet. And the more I have of them, the happier I am. So yeah, those are my peppers. Down here I have a little santal plant that got burned in the low temperatures the other night. But it'll come back. It was really pretty, actually. I didn't know that their leaves changed color, but apparently when they get cold they turn this bright crimson red, which is fantastic. Yeah, and that's it for that.
So, how many peppers have you were able to grow in the past? Because it seemed like you were keeping yourself in peppers for in the past.
In the past, I've had up to 20, and that was too many. Actually, I ended up with more peppers than I could use, and it was a job. I've said before that I really respect people who can grow vegetables down here, and peppers and tomatoes, because they are a job. They take a lot of care and a lot of maintenance, and they have so many problems with insects and other critters that want to eat them up, that it's pretty much an everyday thing. You have to really tend to them. And since I'm lazy, I don't want to do that. So I brought them indoors, and now the only thing that happens to them is occasionally a cat will decide that they look tasty and pull them off the shelf, play with them for a while.
So you were talking about having about 20 plants, is that right?
Yeah.
I was thinking, how many actual peppers did you produce on the plants as far as, I mean, it seems like you...
I have no idea.
I mean,
there was a lot.
There's more than one.
Yes. Well, yeah, this is really just the beginning of the crop. They've gotten to the point just recently where they've started blooming. They have to be a fairly substantial size before they'll start putting out a lot of bloom. The albob, actually, I think there's 3 or 4 going on there right now. And Scotch bonnet, I'll probably be getting those within a month. I've got a bunch of blooms here, and I come out every day and do my little jiggly thing to pollinate them. This is an ahichambo, which I've been very excited to grow. Some friends of mine from Panama swear by it. They say it's like the best pepper ever. I guess it's their national pepper. So I grew some for them, but it hasn't fruited very much for me. It has a lot of blooms coming on, so I'm hoping to get some more, but there's this one lonely little ahi chambo on there at the moment. So I'll present it to them in a nice pillow or something. Make it look important. Here's your pepper. I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so that's that. Is there more?
So do you have any tips for growing peppers?
Don't do what I do. I'm actually, peppers are really hard for me, and I don't know why. I think maybe I overwater them and I overcare for them and I do all the stuff that you're not supposed to do because they're supposed to be very kind of strong plants that do well on their own. And I'm hoping that in here I can let them dry out a little bit more appropriately, and that will result in more flowering and therefore more peppers. But outside, particularly during the summer, I have to end up watering them quite a lot just to keep them from dying. And so it's kind of counterproductive. You get into this cycle where they're always wet and they're not happy about it. But if you don't keep them wet, then they're not happy because they're wilting. So inside I'm hoping to get a little bit more of a controlled environment for them so that ultimately I can have more than one pepper. Maybe two. It would be good. I was up at Chris's for a grafting class, and I grafted a single scion onto this rootstock. It was a G-hanger, and unfortunately it didn't take. However, fortunately, I had gone to the class and had whetted my appetite for grafting, and so I do as I usually do because I'm really obsessive compulsive, and so I thought, let's see how many grafts I can take on one rootstock. So what I've got on here, if I can remember correctly, is I've got St. Maui, I've got, I think that was Alfonso, I don't think that one's going to make it though. I've got Sindri over here, I've got Chauncey over here, I've got, I'm not sure what that one is, it's dead, so it's dead. I've got, I think that's Mahachanuk, and on the top I've got Malika. It looks like the two of these haven't done so well, maybe that one, I'm not sure. So I'm about 50-50, I don't know if that's a good ratio or not, but it's a little science project to see what happens when you multi-graft tons and tons of different scions on one plant. I'm kind of interested to see what it looks like when it gets to be 4 or 5 feet tall. So that's my Franken tree. I brought this one indoors as well because it had gotten so chilly the other night that I was worried that the scions would die. I've had some fatalities over the last couple of days. 100% loss rate is just more than I could handle, so so I brought it indoors. Mud and everything, don't care.